What only exists because humans are dumb. This is for external use only. Puts Clorox container down. Warnings on hammer saying this object can cause damage if you strike yourself. Step 1. Hit someone else with hammer. Step 2. Act outraged discovering it causes harm witut being warned against. Step 3. Sue company to your heart's content. Step 4. Profit. Bonus points if you hit someone you don't like. Can't believe all the ducking laws that exists just because someone someday decided that he could be a real prick. The companies that get you out of timeshares. Let's not get on a tangent about the topic of TV ads for prescription medication. But recently, last couple years, they started adding a sentence in the commercials. Do not take Trivexica if you are allergic to Trivexica. What happened to make that a thing that they need to mention now? Why the hell would anyone knowingly continue to put a drug in their body if they knew or realized they were allergic to it? Answer: people are stupid. I get that it's to protect them legally, but it's mind-blowing to me that it needs to be said even to do that. The part that gets me is that the statement provides no new information. For example, I would say, don't eat Snickers if you are allergic to peanuts. I wouldn't say, don't eat Snickers if you are allergic to Snickers. Exactly. My mom is allergic to sulfur-based medicines, so it would make much more sense to point things like that out. Edit, probably sulfur. I know a lot of people say warning labels, but let's be honest. Warning labels have probably never stopped stupid people from doing stupid things. They're just there to protect corporations from getting lawsuits. But the most ridiculous warnings only exist because some idiot actually did that stupid thing. They're there to protect the company, sure, but they wouldn't be necessary if the dumb thing hadn't already happened in an earlier iteration. Like people using a lawnmower and 2 bits of wood to trim the top of hedges. / underscore. Flammable tags on underwear. Some of us need that warning label. Licks finger and touches ass. My ex was a flaming asshole, so I'm sure he needed that reminder. Some really strange laws, like handling fish suspiciously, can end you up in jail in the UK. Wearing this costume does not enable you to fly. Tag on a Superman Halloween costume. Jerry Seinfeld had this joke. I liked his follow-up. I want to meet the person dumb enough to think that this might make him fly, yet smart enough to think to check the instructions. Pretty sure they have a warning label so that stupid people can't sue them for not putting a label. Cuff stupid people blame others for their stupidity. The Darwin Awards. My favorite is the gasoline truck driver. When they get back to the yard, they would fill the tanks with water to evacuate the leftover fumes. It was late at night and he wanted to see how full his tanks were, but he didn't have a flashlight to see into the tank. But he did have a cigarette lighter. You can see where this goes. A friend of mine did this. When we were about 13, he lit a match over the opening of his motorcycle fuel tank. He once had straight hair. Several warning markings like don't put your cat inside your microwave. What the hell kind of cat did you buy that came with a warning label? Right? Mine only says hand wash only, not dishwasher safe. About half of what a hospital does. Of course the side that deals with sickness isn't there because we're dumb. But the part that deals with glass bottles being stuck inside anuses is there because we're dumb. I'd argue half of what the emergency room at a hospital does, but not half of what the entire hospital does. A hospital does a lot of things outside of the TBH, the sole fact that it can be half of the emergency rooms is kinda, well, dumb. Do not eat contents on a Claymore mine. WWII, or maybe Vietnam, soldiers actually did eat bits of C4 occasionally because it would give them symptoms mimicking that of a flu, which they used to get out of combat. Most warning labels may cause anal leakage. Is this a box of voltage you are selling? Pyramid schemes, spam email, and pull gates. It's not a pyramid scheme, it's a reverse funnel system. It's called multi-level marketing. The belief of a flat earth. This is by far my favorite conspiracy, just to laugh at just cause like. Why? Who would lie about that? What is there to gain from people thinking the earth is actually a globe? A sense of meaning in life. If they feel like they possess secret knowledge others do not have, it may give them a feeling of purpose. It likely also works as a form of near-tribalism, where they can find a sense of belonging in a community of flat earthers. The Emoji Movie. Having watched it, I firmly believe it was the product of Columbia Pictures going through Pixar's trash and finding an initial concept for Inside Out. That's also my exact theory for Riverdale borrowing a scrapped Sabrina plot, but nobody here enjoys shitty CW shows. Peanut allergy warnings on jars of peanut butter. Jar of peanuts ingredients. Peanuts warning. Contains peanuts. Warning. May contain peanuts. Zero tolerance policies. You have been banned from /r/Pyongyang. I'm confused if people on that sub are trolling or not. Most warning labels. Do not pick up lawnmower while blades are in motion. Do not drive after taking this narcotic painkiller/sleeping pill. Do not use this curling iron internally. I don't remember which comedian said it, but maybe we should remove all warning labels from products and let the stupid people weed themselves out. Edit. Okay, I get it. Multiple comedians have made this point. I don't know which one I heard it from. You can stop replying with names of comedians. Thank you. Then smart people would sue the companies after using the product badly on purpose. Yes, there are stupid people, but there are also really smart lawyers looking for liable companies. The warning on my dad's old motorcycle saying this is a motorcycle and only to be used as such. Edit. Holy hell. This blew up. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. For clarification, the original warning is in German and I translated it. For those interested, it said, "Dies ist ein Motorradunter als solches zu gebrauchen." Edit 2. Grammar. I used mine as a ram once, and it was pretty ineffective. It only left a small bump on the guy's cars, but it totaled me and my bike. Anti-vaxx. If only all those children in iron lungs back in the 40s knew about lavender oil. Or water homeopathic remedies. Measles. In 2000, measles was nearly eradicated, but then anti-vaxxers brought it back to popularity. Edit. I should mention it was nearly eradicated in the USA. Measles is still very prevalent in other places around the globe. Babysitters. If babies weren't so stupid you wouldn't need one. If loser unemployed babies would just get off their fat ass and get a job, society would be so much more productive. Warning signs next to large waterfalls, cliffs, any other potentially lethal terrain. Sometimes I can understand at one of our old vacation spots there was a cliff that you couldn't see until it was too late. Popular hiking trail. Bolton Street probably deserves the signs too. Doesn't look like much, but is actually extremely dangerous. As in, if you fall in, you probably just die. The word ambulance written in reverse on an ambulance, for those people that don't realize that the huge vehicle behind them, with the flashing lights and siren is, in fact, an ambulance. So that's what those are. Welp. Seems like I'm the reason the death rates in ambulances are so high in my area. Gluten-free on bottled water. Fun fact, many shampoos and body washes contain gluten and will make people, like my mother with celiac, edit, as well as other issues relating to gluten and other health issues I'm not getting into, break out. Sadly these labels are necessary because it's in a ridiculous amount of shit. I wondered why my Kirkland body wash said it was gluten-free. It always makes me laugh when I read that. Like who the duck cares if your soap is gluten-free? Now I understand. Reality TV stars. But the people who produced those shows are genius. Do not inject Lysol. Slowly pulls needle out. Caught this comment just in time. School. Listen here you little shit. No, he's got a point. Modern politics. If we were smarter there would be a better collective decision making process. Like bees. Yeah. Instead of elections, let the candidates stand before a swarm of bees and let the bees decide. Whoever gets the most bees to land on him shall be the president. Humans. Me especially. Upvote for your honesty. You know those labels on buckets with an upside down drowning baby? Yeah. Probably had to start using those for a reason. You know those labels on buckets with an upside down drowning baby? Yeah. Probably had to start using those for a reason. There is a sticker on my riding mower with a picture showing not to run over crawling little humans. Size raises hand. The warning label on my scooter. Caution, object moves when used. People who genuinely believe 5G is bad and that coronavirus is fake. Edit. When I'm saying people who genuinely believe 5G is bad, I'm talking about the people who blame it for stuff like coronavirus, Flint, Michigan, unvaccinated babies dying surprisingly, etc. A moment of silence for our fallen brothers and brotherines whom had to grow up with crazy parents. Brotherines. TV ads for water and prescription medicine when you can't even buy it without your doctor specifically telling you to. Daylight saving time. Pugs and bulldogs. r/for sepama /don't puty orderkin theta /idiot and several other subreddits. Nigerian princes who need money. Reality TV. What's real about 20 impossibly good looking people trapped on a love island? Cardi B. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Warning labels. The lottery. Influencers. Password strength checks. I'd argue that it's because humans are smart. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily Reddit videos.